Hey everyone, Carmen here. Today I'll be teaching you how to write product descriptions that sell like crazy. This applies to Shopify, any kind of e-commerce, Etsy, Amazon, eBay, anything like that. After all, product descriptions can really make or break your business, no matter if you sell physical or digital products. This is because images and the user experience, design, and things like that are super important, but the copy is ultimately what the customer is going to read when they're on your online store. And it's something that I see myself with my copywriting clients again and again. They have a really good website, design, things like that, but the copy needs a lot of work, and then they have low conversions because they haven't optimized that part of their business. As well, e-commerce sales are expected to go up to 5 trillion globally in 2021. Now, if you want a piece of the pie, and you can, you just need better copywriting descriptions, and it's actually a really easy thing to learn and apply right away. There's a lot of quick wins you can apply to your business to start driving more revenue and increasing your conversions. Now let's begin with one of the most fundamental copywriting principles. I repeat this all the time on my blog, in my other YouTube videos, so if you've consumed my content, you've probably heard me talk about features versus benefits. It's really common for businesses to make the mistake of only focusing on features, which are the factual pieces of information like sizing, colors, things like that. You have to know it, but it isn't the most exciting thing to know about the product. And honestly, it isn't what makes people convert, but rather benefits, which is actually what the features do for the customer emotionally, experientially, and so on, is what actually makes them want to buy. So take, for example, this part of Dropship Lifestyle's website. Now they're selling a course that teaches you how to dropship. And instead of just saying that they're selling this online course, they talk about not only the features, but they also talk about gaining freedom, increasing your income, and living a lifestyle that's a lot more free and flexible. Once again, they have the feature, which is the course and its individual lessons and whatnot, but actually what that translates into and how it benefits the consumer, and no doubt that increases their conversions and their sales. Secondly, make sure that every product description that you write includes some kind of SEO keywords, because it's honestly a really easy way to get more traffic to your website, especially over time. And if you're an e-commerce store with hundreds, thousands of products, you could be driving massive amounts of organic traffic just by optimizing every single listing. And this goes not just for your own website. This applies to Amazon, eBay, Etsy. Remember that all of these platforms have built-in search engines. So not only can you rank on Google and those external search engines, you can actually boost your rankings and positions and traffic inside the internal search engine for whatever platform you sell on. I just recently did some AMAs for Dan Lok's Copy Academy. I'm the SEO Copywriting Masterclass instructor, and keywords were something we really hit on hard because they're so important and they're an easy win for all businesses. So I recommend they use a tool like Ubersuggest. You can type in a product name. It'll give you ideas for keywords and search terms along with their metrics. I recommend that you find keywords that are low on competition. They match your domain authority, but also they have higher volume. So they're less competitive, but you can get more traffic from them. And make sure that you're including these in the title, the description of the product itself, and any kind of media that's available. Thirdly, tell a story if possible, and not every product can have a story aligned with it, but in one way it can, and that's with testimonials and reviews. Because when you look at a testimonial, essentially it's just a story of how a customer had some kind of pain point, how they found your product, they used it, and they overcame that. So make sure that every product page is also accompanied by good testimonials and reviews. Video testimonials are awesome. If you can get those from customers, make sure to embed them, but even just text ones are good too. But check out this product from Love Antiques. So it's essentially a gong they were selling, where they mention in the description that it's from the Burmese War. It actually comes from 1887, where a captain was able to retrieve it, and they go into the details of this man, his position, and some other details. And it doesn't have to be many paragraphs or tons of text. It's actually just a paragraph or two here, but they're able to implement that story, and instantly the product stands out. It's more exciting, it's more interesting, and it has this really deep layer that you can't mimic or make up. Strategy number 4 is using power words. Now, I want you to keep in mind that every single word in our vocabulary has some kind of emotion or image attached to it. If I say Miami, you might think of palm trees and exotic cars. If I say Wall Street, you might think of people in suits and the stock market. So with this in mind, we can actually use very specific words tactically within product descriptions to make people imagine and feel specific things that are related to them, their pain points, their experiences, and why they want the product ultimately. Let's look at this Nordstrom example. Now this is a blazer or a jacket they're selling, and you can see in the description they use a couple interesting words like lightweight, polished, breathable, and all occasion. They don't have to write paragraphs of copy to explain that it's a lightweight jacket that's easy to wear, that's comfortable, They won't overheat. They can have it for many different occasions and wear it with many different outfits and whatnot. But instead, they actually just write a few words, power words in particular, that sum up all those things at once. So when you're writing product descriptions, try to find power words that really pack an emotional punch, but also summarize features, benefits, or a value proposition, and leverage that as a way to actually write less copy, but still have a good effect on sales. Last but not least, make your product descriptions easy to scan. Now, odds are we're not selling a $5,000, $10,000 product where you need a 40-page sales letter, but instead we're selling something that's a little bit cheaper, more affordable on Amazon, eBay, wherever it might be. And in that case, normally you need less copy. As a rule of thumb, the cheaper the product, the less copy you need, and the more expensive the product, the more copy you need. So in the case of e-commerce, what I normally recommend is that you actually take advantage of short sentences and paragraphs because it's easier to read, easier to scan, it's easier on the eyes. And also you want to make sure you're taking advantage of bullets and list points. So quickly summarize features, benefits, pricing, value propositions, and all the other things I talked about in this video. It could just quickly communicate why the product's good, why they need it, and what pain point it's going to solve. If you want to learn more about product description copywriting, go into the description and you can actually get my full blog post where I go over all these strategies and more. I also dive into some niche specific examples with main takeaways, but other than that, thanks for watching and I'll catch you in the next video.